The Clone Wars really thinks that they can make a trilogy that compares with the Darth Maul arc. This should be interesting.
To fall for something I didn't do.
I am ordering you to put down your lightsaber and come with me, now! Trust me.
I do have to trust me now.
Ahsoka, I do trust you.
I know you.
Okay, so this is going to be a double episode review of Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 17, and Episode 18. This was awesome. This was 44 minutes. This was 44 of the best minutes of television I've ever seen. So far, this is better than the Darth Maul arc, which is saying something, because that was incredible. And The Jedi Who Knew Too Much is my new favorite episode. Now, it's probably a bit unfair, because I'm not just saying this because Ahsoka is my second favorite Star Wars character, and my only favorite living Star Wars character in this time era, but this has so much in it. It's so good. And as you can tell by the title, there's going to be spoiler talk in it. Ahsoka's on the run. I mean, Anakin is leading a bunch of clone troopers to chase her down, which is like foreshadowing the Darth Vader thing. Commander Fox is now one of my least favorite clones of all time, which I guess they were trying to make it go there, maybe. Commander Tarkin, or, Admiral Tarkin now, I don't like his character. I didn't like him in his first appearance in the Clone Wars. In Episode 4, he was decent, but in this appearance, I wanted to strangle him. But who set Ahsoka up? I mean, I've heard some people say it's Barriss, and my argument is, no, that'd be breaking canon, that'd be retconning, blah, blah, blah. And their counter-argument is, oh yeah, well, they've done it in the past, like with Evan Peel and Eth Koth and many other characters, so why not do it with Barriss? I don't want it to be Barriss. I don't think that would be as good, and this is a retcon I really, really don't want to see. The Evan Peel thing was fine. The Eth Koth bringing him back, that's not going to kill me. The Evan Peel thing made sense, by the way. The Eth Koth thing is, it's fine as long as, they actually re-retcon that Battle of Geonosis part to, where it shows how he survives. And I'm sure that there are other characters. Stas Ellis, I think. It may have been Adi. Yeah, it was Adi Gallia, sorry. Her death in, future, or past episodes earlier this season, that was obviously coming. Like, her and Ventress, they're obviously changing the fate of some of these characters. But this episode arc is by far some of the best I've ever seen. So it starts out pretty much in the first episode where Ahsoka and Anakin are acting as detectives because somebody bombed the Jedi Temple, and they were like, oh, we hope it's not a Jedi, otherwise people will really hate you guys. They were like, we'll get to the bottom of this. So they went out and they're like, what if it really was a Jedi? And they're like, we really hope not. So at the end of the episode, pretty much they find out it's Letta, and Letta's this new character who's like an OC. I don't care about her. She's just a plot device. And then and then in the next episode is when it gets really interesting. Which I love the first episode too. Don't get me wrong, but there's not really much of a summary to it. Plus, I'm sure that a billion of you people have seen it already. So next episode starts out with Tarkin, Anakin, Ahsoka, and Barriss walking. It may not start out that way, but it gets to that. This is like the main first important point I'm making. And they're talking, and this is what's making people think it's Barriss, because she's all out of it and crazy, and which I agree, but I think that she's just still in shock from her friend dying. So she was upset because one of her friends, a Jedi, did die in the Jedi bombing in the thingy in the hangar, and Tarkin became over jerk. So Anakin and Ahsoka go to this meeting thing, and then Tarkin comes up on the hologram and he's like, "Commander Tano, Leto wants to speak with you," and she's like, "Why?" And he goes, "I don't know, but you're the only one she'll talk to." So Leto's like, "Fine," or Ahsoka's like, "Fine, I'll go talk to her." So she goes and talks to her, and she's really mad. She's like, "No, you're making us look bad, and I'm mad at you." And then Leto's like, "Listen, you have to listen to me. I'm not the mastermind behind this. The mastermind was a Jedi." And then all the audience was probably like, and then Ahsoka was like, "Who was it?" And she goes, and Leto goes, "I promise I'll tell you if you give me protection." And then Ahsoka's like, "Protect you, just tell me who it is." And Leto's like, "Okay, the person who hired me was..." And she starts getting choked by the Force. And Ahsoka's like going crazy. She's like, "No, no, no, don't. What do I get? What do I do?" Like, she has no idea what to do. Well, of course, I thought that was kind of over the top. Like, that was too convenient, like her waving her hands around. If I was scared, I wouldn't be waving my hands around, Force or not. But she decided to do that, and then Commander Fox came in and was like, "You're the only one in here, you're arrested." And then Ahsoka's like, "I didn't do it." So if it's her or not, we don't know. I don't think it's Ahsoka. It doesn't look like it was Ahsoka, although there is that chance. So Tarkin comes in, and he's like, "You don't have to explain anymore. We know you did it. Who else could it have been? You didn't sense anyone," which got me to thinking, and this is just a quick, crazy theory. Ventress, Dooku didn't sense her surviving the ship when he shot at her. He didn't sense her when he went to Dathomir, and she was on the other side of a wall from him. So I don't know if it's just Dooku sucks at sensing, because they did have to do something to deaden his senses so that they couldn't see where he was, but they should have been able to tell if it was like Barriss or Anakin or a friend or something, or even Tarkin. She should have been able to feel him. Ventress, I'm pretty sure she has the ability to, like, momentarily cut herself off from the Force and do stuff like that. So I'm thinking that it was Ventress. That's my number one thing. Although, another couple cool theories that I highly doubt, but I would love if they did, was, what if it was Maul or Sidious? I think that'd be cool. So anyway, they go on this big chase scene. Like, Ahsoka breaks out because there's a pass key right in front of the thing, and she goes and she looks, and she's like breaking out, and she sees a bunch of like knocked out clones on the ground, and then she sees her lightsaber in a comlink, and the comlink's on, and she puts her comlink on, grabs her two lightsabers, and is like, "Hello, who's helping me?" And I'm just saying, you probably would have thought that the clones who just got knocked out, didn't die, would have, said it wasn't her who hurt us, unless of course they didn't see who hurt them, but that's a different story. And then my theory on that would just completely prove false. So next thing that happens is Fox starts chasing Ahsoka, and then Ahsoka comes across 3 dead clones, and Ahsoka didn't do this. At least we didn't see Ahsoka do it. She could have, but I don't think this is Ahsoka. So Fox comes up, and he's chasing her still, and he is like, "She's killed 3 clones, set blasters to kill." And then Anakin and Rex come in, and they're defending Ahsoka, and Anakin's like defending her till the last breath. Rex is defending her, and then when he's like, "She's killed 3 clones, she's dangerous," Anakin's like, "Capture her, but put your blasters on stun." And then Rex calls in, and he's like, "She's killed 3 clones." I was like, Rex, you lost so much respect there. Which I get, it's his job, and I'm talking fast. So Rex, pretty much... Rex, Fox, Anakin, and a bunch of clone troopers did this chase scene with Ahsoka. And at first she was evading him. She was doing pretty good. And then they started chasing her. They found her and they started chasing her. And then Anakin goes, "Set blasters to stun. I want her alive." He was really mad. I was like, oh my god, Darth Vader reference. It was awesome. And then they finally caught her. They surrounded her. They had guns pointed at her. She does backflip in the air. And usually I'd be like, really? But this time I let it go because it was awesome. And she does a backflip, lands on a pipe, cuts a hole through the pipe, goes into the pipe, and starts running forward. And then, 4 shock troopers, Fox, Rex, and Anakin follow her in. Well, she gets to the end of the pipe, and her and Anakin have, the best conversation in anything ever. That's, the most emotional, feels conversation. And, it was, I thought that it was great. My favorite, scene from anything is when KOTOR thing is, a spoiler, You find, like, Revan takes off his mask, and you get to see what's behind his mask in KOTOR. That's my favorite thing in any video game. Now, on TV, this would probably be it. I mean, this even beats the Luke, I am your father. No, Luke, I am your father. I said that wrong. But that beats out Luke, Vader telling Luke that he's his father, in my opinion, because, like, this conversation was just, it was, there were so many feels, and then Ahsoka's like, no, Master, you need to trust me now, and Anakin's like, I do trust you, Ahsoka. Then she goes, I know, wish me luck, and she jumps, and Rex runs up real quick, and then Fox comes out of nowhere and runs up, and they all look down, she lands on this thing, and episode ends, and I'm like, so this was awesome. I'm going to do a review on the other episodes, and depending how good this third one is, maybe just one on that. And if I get bored or lazy or something, I may just put them together. But so far, this is the best Clone Wars arc. So far, before this, I thought it was the Maul one, and before that, I thought it was a Season 1 Defenders of Peace Crash one with Aayla Secura and Commander Bly. I really love that arc. But I thought that this is so far the best in the whole series, and it's just phenomenal. They did a superb job, and I am looking forward to seeing these last 2 episodes, and I am hoping, wishing, and betting that Ahsoka survives it. Ventress, on the other hand, I'm not sure of, but that'd be cool if she survived it too, because I do like these characters. So that's pretty much it for my review. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you go watch it. Even if you're not a fan, like, of the Clone Wars, like, you like Star Wars, like, oh, I don't like this show, I stopped watching it a long time ago, because it got bad or something, I don't know, like, maybe you don't like the Maul thing, maybe you don't, like that it's straying, like, into so much fan service stuff, not like that, but, this story arc is just so good, and I recommend that you watch it, and I can't wait to see how it ends. Apparently, it's going to have a very shocking, great ending. So, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep doing your thing. Keep watching, keep collecting. This is Boba7772 signing out. Bye.